How you doing, geeks and gamers? It's me, Alex. What's up, guys? So welcome back to my shitty old reviews volume. Fuck, what is this? 6? Is this volume 6? Holy shit! Hold on, let me double check that. Make sure I'm not making an error here. An error for Teru. If I could find my fucking shitty games playlist. God damn it, there it is. Yeah, volume 6. I'm actually making this one because not only is this series due for another episode soon, but I also am super fucking swamped right now with work, and you know, I still do the button mappers, and I'm actually about to go on vacation for a week. So I really just don't want to put out anything on Turbo Zone that I'm going to have to do a lot of work with. And this series is not that much work for me. I just have to slap together some videos. If you don't know what the series is, these are reviews that I used to host over on Frickin' Freck Films under the name Super Hyper Turbo Gamers, and now they are here on Turbo Zone being showed for the first time in a long time. Some of these reviews haven't been seen in like 10 years, so it's pretty crazy. I actually am going to do something a little special with this episode because I'm not saying I'm the well's not running dry. I still have a ton more reviews to put out, but I not only did I do reviews on the on Frickin' Freck, but I used to host a few other gaming videos from time to time. So I thought it'd be fun if I included one of those as a bonus. So at the end of this episode, after all of the reviews, I'm going to put one of my old top 10 videos that I made with my friend Dale over on the channel before. I'm going to put that at the very end of this compilation. So stay tuned at the end, and you can see our top 10 video game villains. That top 10, I do not feel the same way I felt back then. Definitely do not. But it's still, I think it's still a pretty funny and fun video to watch. So I will put that in the end. Enjoy the reviews, the shitty reviews, guys. I'm going to go work myself to death until I get to go on my vacation in like a week. I'm ready to go on vacation. See you guys.
Super Hyper Turbo Gamers.
Hey geeks and gamers, today I'm going to review Mega Man Anniversary Collection for the Gamecube. Now, believe it or not, there was a time in history when Capcom didn't focus on turning iconic characters into emo kids, overcharging for DLC, and just canceling every Mega Man game. And also a time before Capcom wanted to just wreck everything and just make horror games third-person shooters. There was a time before that to where they actually cared about their franchises and the customer. And this is one of those times. This is a time back on the GameCube and PS2 and Xbox era that Capcom really went beyond and above and gave us something fantastic. This is the Mega Man Anniversary Collection. Now, this collection contains Mega Man's 1 through 8, 7 and 8 being on the Super Nintendo and I think the PlayStation version, and then 1 through 6 being on NES, and then also contains 2 Japanese-only Power Battle arcade games. So, as you can see, that's 10 great Mega Man games. They really went above and beyond for this package. And, because most like retro packages, there's all kinds of Namco collections. There's all kinds of Sonic collections. There's all kinds of what else is there? Castlevania ones. There's tons of different series collections, but this is the only, I guess, retro and like old school classic Mega Man collection, and it does a fantastic job. It's just this whole package just screams love for Mega Man, which is ironic because now Capcom just wants nothing to do with Mega Man, and it's pretty sad because, you know, Mega Man, you know, was one of the greats one time. Mega Man, you know, through the late, through the 80s and the 90s, Mega Man was a big deal, and you know, Capcom just kind of let him fade away now, and people miss him. And I'm glad to see Mega Man back on, you know, back in the game, kinda with Smash Bros. He's gonna be alongside, you know, Mario and Sonic, so that's something really cool. But here's some classic Mega Man. Here's the Anniversary Collection. This is the great collection because if you've never played Mega Man, you get to see what all the hubbub's about. And if you have, you can relive your experiences. You can go back and just play them. And this time you can save, so that's a cool feature. You can save the game in this version, unlike most NES games. You can go back in and you can save your game. So, because the Mega Man franchise is one of the best franchises in history, and the classic franchise, excluding X and all that stuff, just the classic franchise they're fantastic action platformers. I love the classic Mega Man franchise. The only game on this disc that I don't enjoy that much is 7, but 7's not a bad game. I just 7 Mega Man feels a bit different, so I don't like that too much. But overall, it's a really awesome package. The only problems I have with the whole anniversary package is they left out I would say 2 games that I would have added. And they, instead of jumping with the A button and shooting with the B button, you shoot with the A button and jump with the B button, and that's pretty counterintuitive to what we're used to, so that part sucks also, but I mean, after you get used to it, it's no problem. But the 2 games I would have also added to this collection are the Wily Wars for the Genesis, and I would have added Mega Man Soccer, because why the heck not? That would have been awesome. But, I mean, we do get 2 Japanese-only arcade games, which I show one of them at the end. They're a pretty awesome co-op, I guess, not really fighting games, but kind of like boss rush arcade games. They're really cool. Phew, I've been talking a whole lot. It's just I have a lot to say about this, and I don't have that much time. You can get this on the PS2, Xbox, and GameCube. I have the GameCube version because that's the one I bought. I don't know. You'd probably be better off with the PS2 or Xbox version because they have a better D-pad. But I don't mind playing it with the stick, so I can do it on the GameCube. Just whichever console is your preference, go for it. It's an awesome collection. I know each version has some differences, and each version has a few different secrets. I don't know what those are, and I was too lazy to look up what those are because I don't really care, because I have one version. So, but there are secrets. There are like artwork and all this neat, fun stuff. And I mean, it's just Mega Man. This is probably one of the best compilations in history, and we all miss Mega Man. I mean, Capcom did Mega Man 9 and 10, which were fantastic. I have those downloaded on my PS3. So, I mean, obviously those aren't going to be on this collection because they came out after. But they did those games and they were fantastic. It's just, Mega Man has been mistreated lately, and Capcom doesn't know what to do. Capcom nowadays is plummeting fast. If they don't do something right soon, they are going to be bankrupt, and it'll be sad to see him go if that happens, because I love Capcom. It's just, you know, you don't turn your characters into emo kids, you don't turn your horror games into third-person shooters, and you don't cancel every game from your freaking mascot. At least Mega Man was their mascot at one time. Now it's like Chris Redfield or Ryu or something. I don't know. I just really miss Mega Man. And like I said, it's really nice to see him in Smash Bros. Because at least he's getting some work, you know. At least someone is finding use for the Blue Bomber. Now, I mean, there are, you know, the NES games, all of them are on the disc. So, with that comes the fact that, like, maybe, you know, you don't like 4 or 5. I mean, you know, the games 4 or 5, not 4 or 5 games. Maybe you don't like those sequels. Maybe you don't like 6. You know, that's fine, but you still get like almost all the games. Granted, you can download these other means, like I think you can get them all on the Wii and Wii U probably by now. But it's still a great option, even if you don't want to, you know, even if you like owning the cartridges. I don't know anybody who wants to go out of their way to buy a copy of Mega Man 5. No one cares about Mega Man 5. Here's the power battle. I play as Proto Man because I like Proto Man, and he reminds me of Beautiful Joe, and I love Beautiful Joe. So Proto Man is pretty awesome. I fight Gyro Man, and he doesn't bring any gyros. I was very hungry. I was hoping he'd bring some gyros. But still, this collection goes above and beyond, and this gives you one of the greatest compilations. This compilation's up there with the Sonic's Ultimate Genesis collection on just how many hours of content and you know and what they've packed in. You know, most collections are just, I mean, if they're not arcade games, they throw in like 3 or 4 little games, and it's like, here you go, it's $40, and you're like, I don't want to buy this. I don't want to. What's the point, you know? But there you go. Awesome collection. Pick it up. Play the crap out of Mega Man, or play Mega Man other ways on the consoles, whatever. Who cares? Play some Mega Man. This is Alex. I'll see you guys in my next video.
What do I even say? Welcome to Sega Sunday. The Sunday that's all about Sega. This is Sonic Adventure. This is Sonic Adventure, the first 3D platforming game from the Hedgehog, released alongside the Dreamcast. This game wasn't the first 3D Sonic game. They had a few weird games before it, like Sonic R and Sonic the Fighters, which I reviewed both those, and they weren't really great games. But this game released, right alongside the Dreamcast, and it looked to take the Hedgehog and his platforming escapades and put it into 3D.
And this game is really split down the middle. As Sonic fans, there's either the fans that think this is when the series went downhill, or there's fans like me who totally adore this game. I think it's a classic. I think this game is a classic. I played tons of the retro 2D Genesis games. Growing up, games for the Genesis. I played games for the Game Gear. Sonic was my main man growing up. So whenever I got into 3D gaming, whenever I got a little older, and I saw this game, I was just blown away. The first time I ever played this game, actually, I didn't have a Dreamcast at the time. I had a PlayStation and an N64, but I was at a furniture rental store with my parents, and they had this game set up for the kids to play, and I was just blown away. I played this very same level with Sonic Fighting Chaos here, and it just blew my mind to see this character that I've only ever seen, like before this time in 2D, in 3D. It's just, my little self couldn't handle it. It's just, I don't know. It got me into this whole 3D Sonic craze that that I'm still into. So I'm a huge Sonic fan. This game is truly just a classic in my eyes. Sure, not every aspect of this game holds up today, but I mean, what first 3D game really does? I mean, you look at anything. Look at Ocarina of Time. There's aspects of that game that doesn't hold up, and that game's praise is crap. Same thing for Mario 64. Same thing for DK 64. Same thing for any 3D outing. There's going to be an element that doesn't hold up today, and as much as you want to, pull your nostalgia goggles over your eyes and say, oh no, it's great, there really are going to be problems. And this game has problems. I'm not saying that this game doesn't have problems, but this game's also at its core a fun, great, adventure platformer, like the title would say, Sonic Adventure, because it really takes the platformer element and opens it up where you have a lot more to do than just play level to level. Like, sure, the levels are fun. Those are the main aspects of the game are the levels, but there's an open hub world, and there's a big branching story and multiple characters to play as. That was one of the coolest things to me. There wasn't just Sonic. There was Sonic and Tails and Knuckles and Amy and E102 Gamma and Big the Cat. Maybe not all the characters are that great, but there are a lot of characters to experience and a bunch of different stories to experience. So, once you're done playing through the main ones, like Sonic and Tails and Knuckles, you want to go through and play as Amy and 102 and Big. It was a cool experience to have. And each character comes with their own, style of playstyle. Like Sonic here, like you've been seeing, is his traditional run and jump stuff. Tails is kind of the same. His is more of a, his is, it's still 3D platforming levels, but he does, he can fly, so he can really take advantage of some really cool shortcuts, and he can really, it's really all about him getting to the end as fast as he can. And Knuckles, he's a treasure hunter, so he's always looking for gems, in his levels. They're open levels, and he's searching for treasure. And Amy has more traditional platforming levels. They're not that great, but they're not bad either. E102, he's a robot, so he shoots a lot of things, and his are more shooter-based levels. And Big the Cat has really bad fishing levels. It's like I said, not every element holds up. And the story isn't anything to write home about. It's about Eggman doing bad things and unleashing this evil beast called Chaos, and stuff about the ancient Echidna tribes and the Master Emeralds and stuff. And it's a dang it, my phone went off. It's a pretty alright, I guess, storyline, but the cutscenes are also pretty dated by today. So, once again, not everything holds up, but I find most of the game is a lot of fun to still go back and play through. The soundtrack is awesome. I think this game, especially if you love classic Sonic, it really has some really cool tracks. I feel like this is before they got into the more edgy rock Sonic. I think Adventure 2 really introduced the hardcore live it, learn Sonic. Even though this does have some pretty cool tracks by Crush 40, like the opening song, Open Your Heart, you saw in the intro, is an awesome Crush 40 song. I love Crush 40, and this game started my love for Crush 40. So it's like, I feel very mixed upon if this game stands up for today. I feel like the gameplay does. I feel like everything else, like the gameplay and the music, I feel like does, but I feel like everything else might be hindered by the, just time. And, and like I said, that's going to happen with any 3D outing. This is the PS3 version. I had this game 3 times. I actually own this game 3 times. I own it on Dreamcast. I own it on GameCube with the DX edition, and then I own it here on the PSN. It's just easy to get footage off my PS3, so that's why I'm not playing the Dreamcast version or the GameCube version, because I already had my PS3 hooked up. And it's just, I don't know, the game looks a lot better than other 3D outings, like, say, Ocarina of Time and stuff. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if, Sonic lately, with the release of Sonic Boom, is kind of, I don't know, he's kind of messed it up. Well, not he, but Sega, I guess. Sonic Lost World, I said I liked Sonic Lost World, but a lot of people didn't like it. And Sonic Boom is just not a good game altogether. Whatever version you're playing, it's not that good. I feel like they were on, they were on a good roll with the games that came before them, like the Sonic Racing games, Sonic Colors, and like Sonic Generation. But they kind of messed it up lately, and I feel like the way they could get back and climb back on top is if they actually remade this game, remake it, and kind of use the Lost World, I guess, like controls for the hub world areas, and use the generation controls for the adventure stages. I feel like that would be a really cool way to go about and remake this game. Make the story and the cutscenes look a lot better. Keep the music. Maybe you can update it or remix it, but still keep the same kind of tracks. But keep the same story. Maybe change some of the gameplay with some of the characters that kind of suck, like Big the Cat. I'm pretty sure, if you're a Sonic fan, Big the Cat, how much he sucks. No one likes Big the Cat. But I feel like this would be a really, really good game for them to go back and remake, and that's a good way for them to catch the eye of the public. And you could even re-release it on a disc. I mean, if you not a HD port like this, but like a full-fledged remake. I feel like if you remade the whole thing, you could release it on the disc, charge $60, and people would be happy to play it, because it's an updated version of a classic game, and you could probably get people back in in the spirit of Sonic, and not look at them so negatively, because that's all Sonic is nowadays. After this, people just blame all the 3D games for Sonic's, I guess, downfall. And it's not 3D games' fault. I mean, games are just 3D. Now, guys, that's something you have to deal with. But there have been a lot of good 3D Sonic games, like Adventure 2. I like Heroes. I like Unleashed. I like both of the storybook games. The Riders series I find to be really good. Colors, Generations. I like Lost World. There's only been a handful of really, really, really crappy 3D games, but those games are just so bad. Games like Sonic 06 and games like Shadow the Hedgehog, and now games like Sonic Boom, that just drags the rest of the games down and makes them, I don't know, look bad. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I don't think Sonic gets fair treatment nowadays, at all. And I feel like if they would have remade Sonic Adventure and really just blown everyone out of the water, it would be something truly amazing and truly magical, and something that everybody would still be talking about years later. Like, did you play that Sonic Adventure remake? Oh no, you mean the game from the Dreamcast? Yeah, man, you played on PS4, it'd blow your mind. That'd be awesome. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. I think, they're gonna keep going with this Lost World style of stuff where it's all goofy and everything, which I don't mind that. But I really wish they would revisit the 3D roots, because Sonic Adventure really had something great going on, and Sonic Adventure 2 and Heroes I felt really did expand upon what they were going for with the first game, and then they kind of messed it up. But that, Geeks and Gamers, was my review of Sonic Adventure. I love this game, and if you haven't tried it, give it a go. 3D platformers are a lot of fun, and I love Sonic the Hedgehog. So, you know, this game was really just up my alley, and I understand if you don't like the game still, you know, I understand if you don't like the game, you know, I'm not saying that it's perfect, but I'm saying I think it's good enough to still be called a classic today. So, I'll see you guys in the next episode of Sega Sunday. I'm going to be going on a trip this week, and I won't be gone, I won't be back till next week, so that means I'll be gone this following Sunday, so there might not be an episode of Sega Sunday aired. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. So I'll see you guys whenever I get back. Goodbye.
The House of the Dead. Overkill.
Hey geeks and gamers, welcome to my review of House of the Dead. Overkill, like the guy just said. I love House of the Dead. In fact, I love Sega, but House of the Dead is one of my favorite Sega franchises outside of like Sonic and Virtua Fighter and stuff. House of the Dead, if you don't know what it is, it's a fun on-rail shooter series, and they don't really have much of a story, but this game does it very interestingly and makes the story like a grunge action film. And I left a cutscene here in a second that describes the story instead of me just telling you the story. So here is that cutscene.
What's up, motherfucker?
They met as adversaries.
What the fuck was that for?
A monster made them allies. A secret agent, immaculate, intelligent, a rookie. They call him only G. His identity, a mystery.
You ever gonna tell anyone what that fucking G stands for? No.
A playboy cop. Isaac Washington. Make him mad, and he'll rip your balls off.
I'm gonna rip your motherfucking balls off.
Tonight, these unlikely allies will confront terror most foul in the blood-soaked halls of Papa's Palace of Pain. Be a courteous guest.
By tomorrow morning, I'll have my motherfucking revenge. Papa Caesar will be dead.
If we don't stop this mutant outbreak by tomorrow morning, we'll all be dead.
Because this visit will be your last. Papa's Palace of Pain. Rated X.
As you can see, the game treats itself like an awesome grindhouse film, which is very interesting. And the game's co-op, so you play as Agent G and Detective Washington. And here I'm playing one player, so I'm just Agent G. G is actually the main character of like all the House of the Dead games. But what's interesting is that this game is very bloody and very raunchy and violent, and it's a Wii game. You know, most people don't expect Wii games to be like this, but there are a handful of them out there that are surprisingly violent, and not surprisingly, most of them are published by Sega, because Sega is freaking awesome. But if you like arcade-style rail shooters, you'll definitely love this game. I've played this game many a times. I've beat it over and over. I've played it with friends, family. It's just an incredibly enjoyable game that you don't need a lot of skill to play. I would advise buying a Wii pistol shotgun thing that I have. It's like a little pistol gun, but then it also turns into a shotgun. I would advise buying one of those. Don't use the Wii Zapper. The Wii Zapper is just a piece of chunk plastic. I hate it. Go buy one of the other off-brand Wii guns. They work a lot better for these kind of games. My phone just went off. And this game's very excellent. This is a very short review because I don't have much to say over a rail shooter game, except for I wish that they would make more rail shooter games. but this game is extremely excellent. There's just say like 8 or 9 levels to play through, and it's a very enjoyable experience that you will definitely be coming back to over and over again if you like arcade games. Either to get a better score, or to unlock all the guns, or to get all the collectible brains and stuff in each level. So it's just so fun. And the game has like a great sense of humor. There is a 4-player party mode. I don't think I've ever played with it, because whenever me and my friends play, we just play with the normal mode. Because, you know, playing a normal arcade shooter is really all you need. So, I guess this is really it. Here's a cutscene to end the review, and I'll see you guys in the next review of the Horror Game Marathon.
Our test subject at the hospital is showing progress. You've done very well, my boy. We shall celebrate this tonight with takeout Chinese.
A brilliant mind with a broken body.
You've gone too far, Papa Caesar.
His talents turn to evil to protect the sister who raised him.
You impotent cripple. Think of your sister before threatening, Papa Caesar. Next time you speak, turn the volume to 0. Fucking garbage.
Nobody threatens Varla.
The ultimate sacrifice.
Freeze, bitches!
Because of the shocking nature of the following scenes, they are definitely not recommended for the squeamish or the easily offended.
Hey geeks and gamers, welcome to a review of a game for the Sega Genesis. I love the Sega Genesis, you love the Sega Genesis, we love the Sega Genesis, and it's a puzzle game. Puzzle games I find are really fun and addictive, but have really low replay value for the most part, at least in my opinion. But today, the game is called Zoop. Just when you thought they were out of titles, you find a game called Zoop. Zoop. Now, Zoop is a very unique and differing puzzle game from the norm. Games like Tetris, Columns, Bean Bean Machine, Bejeweled, all those kinds of puzzle games sort of follow the same general structure. You have one column going downwards on the screen, and you have some kind of shapes or colors that you're trying to match or put in a line to get points. But this game really takes it to a different place. You have a square that is your general movement, that is your playing field, and you are a little triangle. Your objective is to grab a color and then take the color to another shape that is the same color. So say you're purple, you want to get the purple shapes. But the thing is that after you get a purple shape or 2 purple shapes in a row, you get the color that's behind the purple. So say there's an orange behind the purple, you turn orange, then you must find an orange. And then you can also just trade out colors with another color. It's a very unique concept. So you're trying to get rows of the same color together so you can kind of get them all out, at the same time. So it's a very different puzzle concept. I've never seen this copied a lot. I've never seen this done a lot. And there's also power-ups that will like take care of a certain color on one side of the playing field, or there'll be one that will take out 3 rows on one side. It's very unique, and you lose the game if all these if one side of the playing field, if those colors reach your box, the game's over. That's it's like mixing something like Tetris with, I don't know, maybe Space Invaders, where those, so they're building closer and closer to you, and you're just trying to fend them off. So it's a very cool, fast-paced, hectic concept that it's kind of hard to pick up and play. I'm gonna be honest. It's kind of hard to pick up and to get into. Or right off the bat, it'll take a little bit of time to kind of, get the feel of the game down. Because, if you're used to the games like Bejeweled, Tetris, those columns, those type of games, this is really, really different. But if you like games like Tetris, like columns, puzzle games that are highly addictive, you'll like Zoop. Plus, Zoop is just one of the greatest names of all time. Zoop! So, if you have a Sega Genesis, hunt the game down. Hunt it down. It's very cool, very fun. Zoop. It's Zoop. This was a short review, because I can't say a whole lot about this kind of puzzle game. There's not really a whole lot of variety in this kind of game, and there isn't a whole lot of replay value, but Zoop is a lot of fun. So, geeks and gamers, I'll see you guys in my next video.
Dude, space is boring.
Yeah. Hey geeks and gamers, welcome to the first game review of Star Wars Year. If you're not aware, here at Frickin' Frack, we're doing Star Wars Year all year long to celebrate Episode 7 coming out. So I'm doing Star Wars game reviews. Not all my reviews will be will be Star Wars reviews, but every once in a while I'll drop a good old Star Wars game in here just to give you a bit more of Star Wars Year. So to start off, we have Angry Birds Star Wars. Two of the most popular things, Angry Birds and Star Wars. So when they come together, how does it work? Like you probably would imagine, it's just Angry Birds with a coat of Star Wars, which in my honest opinion, everything needs a coat of Star Wars. Now, if you've played Angry Birds anytime before, you should know the story isn't really its big strong point. In the normal Angry Birds series, it's about them getting the eggs back from the pigs. In Star Wars Angry Birds, though, it kind of follows the lineup of the movie, where you go to different planets. Like here's Tatooine, and you go to Hoth, and you go to just tons of just different planets, and it really uses the Star Wars aesthetic in a really cool way. Even though at the basics you're still playing just good old Angry Birds, and if you've never played Angry Birds before, your objective is to launch a bird from a slingshot and hit the pigs. You want to destroy all the pigs on the screen. It's a really good arcadey setup. It's the Angry Birds series is really popular on mobile devices. I'm playing the Wii release here. I have this copy for Wii of Angry Birds Star Wars, and I think this is probably my favorite Angry Birds yet. There's been tons of them now. I think there's like Transformers now, and there's a bunch of other ones. But like, I feel like they use the Star Wars property in a really, really cool way in this game, because most of the time you'll get a bird who's based on a Star Wars character. Like you'll have Luke or Obi-Wan, or you'll have just any one of the Star Wars characters. And what's cool is that you can do certain things with certain characters. Like Luke can use a lightsaber, Obi-Wan uses the Force, Han Solo can use a blaster. It just depends on the character you're using, and it really does work to merge the Angry Birds-ness and the Star Wars-ness kind of together to make them feel, at one. And the whole, like any member of the Empire is represented by a pig, and that's pretty funny. And it's just, I don't know, it feels more comical than, say, your normal Star Wars game, and it just plays like an Angry Birds game. So would I recommend this to Star Wars fans? It depends on if you like Angry Birds, because, like I said, at the core, you're just playing Angry Birds with a coat of Star Wars paint. So that's totally up to you if you like it or not. Me personally, I still really like Angry Birds. I think they've kind of dropped in popularity, like recently. I don't know. I haven't really seen much of Angry Birds, like recently. There for a while, they were everywhere. Like I have Angry Birds plushies and Angry Birds, t-shirts and stuff, and they were everywhere there for a while. I think recently they've kind of, I don't know,
not really faded, but they're kind of not really gaining any popularity. They're kind of just like remaining where they were. I think other mobile games like Candy Crush and stuff kind of took the life from them for a bit. But Angry Birds is still a fun series, and what makes it fun is just how arcadey the games feel. Now this is a disc release, which comes with its drawbacks. It's a disc release of a mobile game. I have the same thoughts on this as I did with the Trilogy review that I did way back when for Xbox 360. Angry Birds on a console is really up to you. I mean, to be honest, you could buy these games for way cheaper than you could buy them on disc. You could buy them on mobile devices. You could buy them on whatever else cheaper than you could on an actual disc, and that comes with kind of a drawback when looking at the disc versions, because why would you want to own this on disc? But usually these give you nice, extra content, extra levels, extra this, extra that, and this game does for the most part. The only thing that's kind of lacking is I feel like this game it draws back on the presentation. Angry Birds Trilogy really brought the presentation up to a whole new level when it came to the 3 Angry Birds games. In this game, I feel like it doesn't have the same kind of, wow factor, because you're not really seeing a whole lot improved. It looks about like the mobile game, and the cutscenes are they're just still pictures. That's kind of disappointing, because Angry Birds Trilogy on the 360 had actual moving cutscenes, and they were fun to watch. So I feel like they kind of draw back a little bit, made it a little cheaper in the production way. But the game's still fun. The game's still a lot of fun, and you can find this for really cheap. I don't know how much I paid for my copy. I think I paid like $10. And is it worth it? Like I said, it depends on if you like Angry Birds enough. I like Angry Birds enough to actually want to own this on disc. Even though I will say one drawback again is the fact that this is only really only one game. It's really only Angry Birds Star Wars. They didn't even they could have pushed in Angry Birds Star Wars 2 or pushed in Angry Birds Space. Those would have fit the theme just fine, or even put in Bad Piggies if they wanted to, but no, it's just Angry Birds Star Wars. Because Angry Birds Trilogy had 3 whole Angry Birds games. That's a lot of Angry Birds. This game, I feel, also just draw back on the whole, just the whole package. It's really not as much. So like I said, do I recommend this game? If you like Angry Birds and this looks cool, get it. If not, you can find the mobile games for way cheaper, and you can just enjoy them, as much. This game works, on pretty much, any console, but it's not really meant for a big home console. It's meant for mobile devices. So I would recommend this game if you're interested. If not, it's fine. There's many other games, puzzle games you could be playing. Angry Birds isn't really one you need to go out and get anymore, but you probably already played it, so. That was my review of Angry Birds Star Wars, Geeks and Gamers. I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. And right now I'm going to review Frogger. Because Frogger is a game about a frog. Yup. I told you I want to do some more arcade games, so I figured what's more arcadey than good old Frogger. I'm pretty sure all of you know what Frogger is and what Frogger's all about, but I'm still going to review it. So Frogger is about a frog who wants to make it across the street, then a river, to go to holes. I don't know the story of Frogger. Pretty sure there is some kind of story to Frogger, but who cares? It's Frogger. I will say though, I am not very good at Frogger, so please do not make fun of my Frogger skills, because my Frogger skills are not up to par with, like, say, my Pac-Man skills or my Sonic skills or any other game skills. Me and Frogger aren't really the best of friends. I've really been a big fan of the Frogger series. So while this game is awesome, don't judge me because I'm bad at Frogger. I'll play Pac-Man next time, and I'll show you I'll show you who's bad at Frogger once I be good at Pac-Man. I think I'm really good at. I'm really good at Galaga, but I already reviewed Galaga, so I have no reason to play it anymore. It's not like I can do a Let's Play of Galaga, so Frogger it is. This game is pretty fun. I played it a lot as a kid, and even then I wasn't good at it. And I'm surprised this like wasn't one of my favorite games as a kid, because as a kid my favorite animal was frogs. So I don't know. It's kind of surprising to find out that I don't like Frogger that much. It's okay. It's like the same thing I feel about Rally X. It's a good game. It's a fun game, but it's just not for me. It just doesn't have the hook for me, I guess. So, but it's still a really fun arcade game, though. If I was good at it, I wish I was good at Frogger. I can take Frogger lessons. I guess I'll go ahead and tell you I'm playing Frogger here off of the, I think it's called the Konami Classics Volume 1 for Xbox 360. I bought this disc because not only did it have Frogger on it, it had the arcade version of Contra, which I definitely wasn't going to get footage of because I don't want you to see my worst Contra skills, and it had the full game of Symphony of the Night, and I bought the disc for like 14 bucks. So to have Symphony of the Night and plus 2 games on a disc for Xbox for 14 bucks is pretty awesome, because Castlevania Symphony of the Night is one of my favorite games. So I couldn't pass that offer down. But with it I got Frogger, so Frogger it is. If you like Frogger, you can buy that disc. You can download it on your Xbox, on your, pretty sure it's on PS3, I have Frogger on my iPod, I have Frogger on my Game Boy, I got Frogger on most everything. You can play Frogger anywhere. Play Frogger anywhere. In the shower, in the bathtubs, rub-a-dub-dub, Frogger's in the tub, I don't know. Yeah, I think next time I will play some Pac-Man or something. I'm recording this really, really late at night because I couldn't sleep. So I figured I had some Frogger footage that I recorded a long time ago, which once again the audio's off, I'm sorry. But I had some Frogger footage I recorded a while back and might as well use it. So here you go. Watch me be bad at Frogger. Get a few laughs. Hee hee ha ha. So, yeah, Frogger, frogs, ribbit. They did a song. This game had a song, just like how Pac-Man had Pac-Man Fever. But I can't remember how that song went. I wish I knew how that song went. I think I'm gonna go and I'm gonna look up how that song went. That's what I'm gonna do. Or I can try to get some sleep because it's really late and I'm pretty tired. Well, I thought I'd do a little another video for you guys. I like doing reviews, and I'm pretty sure someone out there likes reviews. So, well, that was my review of Frogger. A pretty poor review, I say, but it was a review nonetheless. What else can I say about Frogger? He's hops across the street. You can see what he's doing clearly. It's a very simple concept. I can't really go into depth on this, how good and bad's about Frogger. It's not Street Fighter Cross Tekken. That review I had a lot to say. Now I'm just kind of saying a whole lot of nothing. Well, I guess this is Alex signing off, saying love you guys. Next time I'll do something a little more interesting than Frogger. Peace. Hey geeks and gamers, and welcome to my review of New Super Mario Bros. U. I always forget how great a 2D Mario platformer is until I go back and play one. And this is a great example. If you don't know what the new Super Mario Bros. Series is, it's like a series that's like a rehash, a retro rehash of the classic Mario games. For example, they've had, the first game was on DS, and then they had New Super Mario Bros. Wii on the Wii, New Super Mario Bros. 2 on the 3DS, and here's New Super Mario Bros. U on the Wii U. Before the first game on the 3D, on the DS, there wasn't a Mario platformer since Mario World launched with the Super Nintendo. I mean, I guess you could count Yoshi's Island and Yoshi's Story as Mario platformers, but I don't. Those are Yoshi games. So, yeah, so there hasn't been a Mario platformer before this series in a while. But this series was a breath of fresh air on the DS. And I loved the crap out of the first game, and I played it like crazy. Now, the second game on the Wii, I did enjoy. I have that one too. I did enjoy it, and I thought it was a lot of fun, but I thought it was a bit too similar to the DS game. I don't know. I mean, they added 4-player multiplayer, and that was pretty neat. But I don't know. I kind of felt like it was rehashing the same thing again. I didn't play 2 on 3DS. Sadly, I did not play New Super Mario Bros. 2, and I still want to play that one. But then this game launched with the Wii U. There for a while, my household had a Wii U, and that was the way that I played Wii U games for a pretty long time until I got my own Wii U. And one of the first games that we got in the house was New Super Mario Bros. U. And New Super Mario Bros. U, I feel like, at first I thought it was just rehashing the same thing again, kind of like how, I don't know, Call of Duty or like Assassin's Creed does, I was like, oh, Mario's just taking that route. But I don't know, I played it for a little bit and I really found myself enjoying it. Then, whenever I got my own Wii U and I bought Mario Kart 8, I got this for free to download, and I think this is a really, really good 2D platformer. Now, it is very traditional. It is very old school, basic, Mario platforming. But that's what made Mario, big in the first place. This is Mario's roots, and I think it's something we have to, appreciate. I think why I didn't like Mario Bros. New Super Mario Bros. Wii as much was because around the same time, Donkey Kong Country Returns and Rayman Legends was coming out, which are still 2 better platformers, in my opinion. But, after some time, I'm gonna go back and play New Super Mario Bros. Wii and see if I did actually like it more than I thought I did, So, but this game I think is great. New Super Mario Bros. U doesn't do anything new when it comes to Mario platformers. In fact, the story is the exact same. Bowser kidnaps Peach. Actually, this time he kidnaps the whole kingdom. Flings you out in the middle of nowhere in these different lands, and you gotta work your way back. Pretty basic Mario platforming, and you have like your grass world, your sand world, your winter world, your beach world, so same things. If you played a Mario platformer, you know the basic Mario. Mario 2D platformer, you know the basic stuff. They don't switch that up too often, but they do enough in this game to make it feel new. In fact, this game, one of the best things about this game, it being a Wii U launch title, is just how it looks. This game looks great. This game, I was amazed the first time I played it at just how I guess detailed the game is, and because I don't want to say it's the best looking game on Wii U, because it's not. I think the best looking game on Wii U is probably Mario Kart 8, but this as a launch title was really, really phenomenal, and it really looked awesome. But it wasn't like, I don't agree with this game being a launch title though. Like, this game shouldn't have been a launch title. I feel even though it's a great game and I'm glad we got it. It wasn't the Mario game we needed at launch, I guess. A good example would be Super Mario 3D World. I felt would have made a much better launch title and gave people a reason to pick up the Wii U. This game should have followed shortly after that one, but hey, the past is the past, and whatever the mistakes they made with the Wii U launch, they're being fixed now because we have some really great games on Wii U, and this is one of the first ones. It's a really great 2D platformer, and this one is also 4-player co-op, so you can play with up to 3 other friends on the same game, and well, actually, I think you can play with technically up to 4 friends, because a 5th friend can play with the Wii U gamepad and do what they call boost mode, where he makes platforms, and that's pretty neat. But that's also something you gotta take into I guess consideration with this game, is that it doesn't do a lot with the Wii U pad, with the Wii U screen pad thing. It just, I mean, you can play the game on the pad, but other than that, and like boost mode, there's really not a whole lot that it does. And I felt like that hurt it for being a launch title. This game really shouldn't have been a launch title. This game should have been something that came later on. And like I said, that's something that we can't fix, but it still kind of hinders my view towards the game in a way. But the game is still pretty great. I mean, it's like, this game to me just represents Nintendo, I think. It is just like why you play Nintendo is for this, for like what and like what makes you, I guess nostalgic, because that's what makes this game different than something like Call of Duty and like Assassin's Creed that's rehashing the same ideas. Is this game is rehashing the same ideas with love. It knows what it's doing. It knows it's being as traditional as it can be, but it's doing it with love for its own series. Something like Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty, they can't do that because they're newer series, and rehashing the same thing again in a newer series is just lazy. But say if 20 years from now, Call of Duty stopped doing a lot of stuff, then Call of Duty made games like they do now, that would be the exact same thing as this, because it is rehashing a classic idea that made your, series iconic in the first place. So, it's just what varies, between, this kind of rehash and that kind of rehash is honestly, just nostalgia and time. I'm not gonna say it's the most fair way to look at it, but it is in my opinion, it's the truth, So, but this game is really fun though. This game is like a whole lot of fun. One of the best parts, which you've been seeing, are the challenges like this one, where you have to like beat the clock, or do a certain task, or get a certain amount of coins or something. That's one of the coolest modes in this game, because you feel like you're actually, I don't know, it feels like it should have been its own game. In a way, and that's really awesome. Now, I haven't played Super Luigi U, the add-on to this game, yet. I do plan on getting it after I fully complete the normal game, because up to this point I haven't completed this game fully, like gotten all the big gold coins in each level and everything else. So after I do that, I am going to get New Luigi U, and I will review New Luigi U. But if this game looks awesome to you, that's because it is awesome. Because a traditional Mario platformer, you can always bet on it being fun. And I would say pick up any of the new Super Mario series. Even though I haven't played 2, I heard it, 2 was awesome on 3DS. So I would recommend, this whole series for anybody that just, wants to go back to the roots and wants to, just learn why the plumber is awesome, Because, this is what made Mario Mario, this is how it all started. And I'm kind of happy to see, this is how, they've continued. Now, they haven't tried much, but they have tried enough to warrant this game's traditional gameplay. And I see you guys in my next video.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, everybody. I'm Alex Keith. I have a show.
And I'm Dale, and I'm a guest on this show.
He's Dale. You might know him from moments like this. We're doing top 10. Top 10 things that we like to see each other's butts. Top 10,
villains.
Yeah, top 10 villains in video games. I haven't done a top 10 in forever, unless you count that time I did a top 10 in October. With Fred 2. It doesn't count. Because that wasn't on this channel. This one is. So we're gonna do top 10 villains. Basic rules. Could be any villains in a video game, but only one villain per franchise.
Yes, one villain per franchise. They cannot be. What's that word I'm looking for? They don't have to be any certain really criteria. It's just
our favorites.
Yeah, our 10 of our favorites.
So if our favorites aren't your favorites, fuck you! I'm just kidding. You can comment below, tell us what your favorites are, or you can make your own goddamn video.
I know I will.
I know Dell will. So let's get this party started with some honorable mentions. Honorable mentions. Comrade Black.
Nathan Dawkins.
My name is Nathan. Nathan Dawkins. I thought it would be a good idea for us to have a little chat, get to know each other a little bit.
Black Baron.
Navy SEAL? Special Ops? Come on, bitch!
What did you say? Fine.
Yggdrasil.
I shall tell you my name, wretched human. I am Yggdrasil, leader of Crucius, and the Desires.
Bowser.
Nightmare.
Shao Kahn.
Think of it. Once I have the Iron Fist, all of
Chaos.
the Skylands will bow down before me. Chaos!
Yes, all hail Emperor Chaos. K-A-O-S.
Well, now, I'm not surprised you showed
Gary
up
Oak.
late. I'm surprised you showed up at all.
Hey!
I've got a Pokemon and you don't.
You got your first Pokemon?
That's right, loser, and it's right in...
Number 10.
Number 10 is Tom Nook. Tom Nook from Animal Crossing is the only character on this list that's probably the closest to a real-life villain. I mean, the moment you step foot in whatever your town name is in Animal Crossing and you're wanting to start a new life, he cripples you with debt. It's so awesome because he doesn't look like a bad guy. In fact, you can even say this is not a good spot for him because maybe he's not a villain, maybe he's just doing his job, but he pretty much enslaves you. He pretty much, under that sweet, soft family man interior, he has an evil, greedy money side that you can definitely see whenever you step into town, and he bogs you down with so many bills you have to pay for this or for that, which is true to real life. I mean, me being a fairly young man, and living in an apartment, I know all about financial struggles, so this is the most real-to-life villain out there, Tom Nook at number 10. Number 9. Number 9 is Zeus from God of War. If you don't know who Zeus is, he's a Greek god with big old beard, white hair, and he's the god of thunder and or something like that. He's the god of all things. I'm not researching this shit. But anyway, Zeus pissed off Kratos. Zeus pissed off that guy. Zeus had the balls to betray that guy. Like, that guy right there. That's fucking crazy. I just want to point that out. And, overall, I think Zeus is a pretty good villain when it comes to the God of War series, because you generally just want to kill him. Like, that's just
That's what the whole build-up is. And whenever you finally do, oh, it's so satisfying. So, number 9 is Zeus.
Number 8. Number 8, Dr. Robotnik, aka Even though he's a goofy character, he still managed to kidnap and roboticize many baby animals. He broke the planet, he messed with multiple gods, blew up the moon, captured planets, enslaved an ancient race, erased time, and he kind of throws a few babies from time to time. And while his plans aren't 100% successful, he gets an A for effort in our number 8 spot on the list.
Number 7. Number 7 is Kobin from the Splinter Cell series. Kobin is probably the biggest douchebag on the list. He's probably the character you most just want to fuck his shit up. And you do. After not only lying to Sam Fisher about his daughter's death, he also makes you kill your partner in the co-op campaign of Splinter Cell Conviction. So whenever you finally get to beat the shit out of this guy, you do it nice and hard. Not only that, it's really nice to see him come back in Blacklist whenever this happens.
Thank you. Who are you? CIA? Oh, you have got to be fucking shitting me! Fisher, if this is about what happened in DC... Shut up.
Sam, what's
No, don't! Kidding me? I'm not even wearing shoes. Move. The hell, man?
Grab on.
What? Why?
Do it.
Go! Holy shit!
Brakes were inbound now.
And that's why Kobin's number 7.
Number 6. Number 6, Core from Jak 2. A pretty surprising villain, as he never gave you any reason not to trust this guy. I mean, you make it through the whole game, and then you think you're done, and then he decides to go and pull this on you.
Core, what's going on?
I'm sure you know. Deep down in your darkest nightmares. We've met before, remember? Everything's going exactly as planned.
Jack! It's the Metalhead leader!
Now you see. Without the shield wall disrupting my powers inside the city, I am my full potential now. So for the last time, give me the Precursor Stone! If the city must die, then we all die!
Number 5. Number 5 is Dr. Nefarious. Dr. Nefarious is a really, really lovable villain because he's so diabolically evil, but he's so, I guess, quirky about it. That's what makes his character so funny, is that he'll always be trying to do the most evil deeds, you know, whether it be turning everything to robots or taking over time. But he's always doing it with this tongue-in-cheek, laughable villain role it's totally made even better by his butler Lawrence, and I just think this Dr. Nefarious overall is just such a great villain because he can make you laugh, and also you can kind of take him seriously in a weird tongue-in-cheek kind of way, and that's why he really works with the Ratchet & Clank series. So number 5 is Dr. Nefarious.
Number 4. Number 4, Vas Montenegro from Far Cry 3.
Did I ever tell you what the definition of insanity is? Insanity is doing the exact same fucking thing over and over again, expecting shit to change. That is crazy.
The sheer insanity of this guy is what really stands out to me. He'll stop at nothing to settle the score, and personally, he's even a better character than the so-called main bad guy, Hoyt. The superb voice acting by Michael Mondo also helps cement Voss's spot in the top 5 of our list.
Number 3. Number 3 is David. David's evil because David, he's bald. He likes to wear pink shirts, and he likes to say stupid things like this.
Get a cookie. I fucking want it.
And to this.
You guys, how about Rock'em Sock'em Robots?
So David is pretty much the definition of pure evil.
Whoa, hold on, wait. I think you're talking about the wrong David. Here, just let me get this one, Alex. The real number 3, David, not David Miller, but David from The Last of Us, earned his spot as number 3 by throwing such a curveball at the player. Naughty Dog really outdid themselves with this one. You start off really hoping that it'll end up being another friendly face, but when he utters the words...
You see, everything happens for a reason.
It's quickly apparent that this guy is about to pull a fast one on you. The following levels show you that David is nowhere near as nice as he seemed, and the winter section ends with one of the most intense boss battles in recent games that I have ever seen against this guy, which solidifies his place in our number 3 spot. Number 2. Number 2, Handsome Jack. Handsome Jack will forever be in my top 5 favorite bad guys. The best thing about him is his humor. Even though he's kind of a terrible person, especially during the events of Borderlands 2, everything he says cracks me up, and when he starts talking, I make sure to pay attention for fear of missing out on one of Damian Clark's lines. I could talk for a while about Jack and why he's a favorite, but we'll cut it short and move on to villain number 1.
Number 1!
And last but not least, number 1, Atlas, aka Frank Fontaine. Alex, would you kindly take this one?
Yes, I would, sir. Fontaine is, aka Alice, is a spoiler alert here. Spoiler alert. I don't want to ruin the game for you. From BioShock is one of the greatest villains of all time because not only does he trick you into helping him, for one, you start off thinking he's Atlas, this guy who desperately asked for you to help him take down Andrew Ryan and all this fun stuff in Rapture. And then turns out he's the bad guy. Not only have you been helping him the whole time, he's been mind controlling you with one simple phrase. What's that phrase?
Would you kindly?
Would you kindly? He utters this phrase so many times during the game that whenever at the end it's kind of revealed to you, you kind of, as a player, you feel kind of duped. And whenever the evil villain can kind of reach outside of the game and like affect you as a player, that's kind of awesome. So that's why Fontaine gets the best villain on this list, and that's why he's our favorite, and that's why I just want to give him a big old hug. Whoa! What a list!
It's pretty crazy.
It's a pretty crazy list. If you want to see more of me, I'm right here. I'm on this channel. Dale's been on this channel a couple times. And if you want to see more of Dale, I don't know.
I might be here, I might not. I might have my own thing.
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows even what Dale is?
I don't.
He's a beautiful man. So, like, comment, subscribe, and tell us who your favorite villains are. See you guys